Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Well, let's get into it, shall we? So, we all know the Democratic Party, under Joe Biden's watch, has done their due diligence to try to bring in people from other countries to come in and pretty much become Democratic voters because they're afraid of Trump. Let's just say that. They know Trump was in office. As much as they tried to put in the Trump was a racist thing, try to use them scare tactics. In the end, we are starting to realize, well, a lot of us already knew, but a lot of strong, staunch Democratic voters are starting to understand it too, starting to see it too. That, like I said, they're bringing migrants, immigrants, illegals, whatever, trying to bring them in the country, get them set up so they can get to work, because their country is so bad. Now, mind you, Venezuela, the reason why Venezuela is so bad, one of the reasons is because U.S. put sanctions on their oil to where they can't really export it anywhere. So Venezuela can't make money. So what America did is say, hey, your country's not making money. Come up here, we'll give you jobs. I think they're just trying to do that to, like I say, get voters, get them in here, get them to work. And since there are jobs that they know that are not paying enough, and they saying, well, hey, we know the Hispanic community are used to, working for low wages, and all of them getting, moving into the same house and as a big family and make it and what have you. And they'll thank us for giving them an opportunity to, get the American dream, to achieve the American dream, and they'll become voters. Well, it looks like that thing is backfiring. So this is from MSN.com by way of Fox News. And it says, and by way of CNN too, before y'all start saying, why are you listening or why are you looking at Fox News? Because anyway, Latino voters warn Biden that life was better under Trump. Quote, lots of frustrations, end quote. Amazing. Now, it was funny because I remember a week or so ago, I did a video, I believe, a couple of weeks ago about a lady who said that, laid out a representative out of Texas saying that us black people who voting for Trump or Republicans or not voting for Democrats, we don't understand the process. We don't see what's really happening. And we're pretty much too ignorant to understand what's going on. We just need to vote Democrat. Well, now your Latino voters are saying the same thing. I wonder if I'm going to hear her say the same thing about the Hispanics. So let's get into it. It said Latino voters took President Biden to task for making life more difficult for workers due to high gas, food, and other inflation in a recent CNN segment. See, so it's not just Fox News. This is also CNN. I'm working 3 jobs, Gabrielle Martinez, a Georgia voter, told CNN anchor Miguel Marquez. Man, you know what? Interesting, because a lot of us, what's so sad about it, even people with degrees and can make 6 figures on one job with one salary. A lot of us have to still work a little part-time job to not necessarily make ends meet, but to have extra money for extra things outside of the norm. And it shouldn't be that way. You should, if you done went to school, got an education, got a degree worth something, where you get into a field of an actual profession, you shouldn't have to work 2-3 jobs to make ends meet. Hell, even if you didn't, and you living in, you living in low income area, you should have to work 2-3 jobs to live anywhere. If you living in one area, like I said, if you live in a low income area, if you want to work fast food, warehouse work or whatever, you should be able to afford to take care of yourself. If you get a degree to where you can make 6 figures, you should be able to work that one job and live in, a middle class, upper middle class neighborhood. And the one job you should be able to take care of yourself. But not under Biden. Andres Parra, the program manager for the GALEO Impact Fund, said that voters were, quote, up for grabs. Votes were up for grabs by both parties in the upcoming 2024 presidential election. Man, this cannot be good for the Democrats because a lot of us are hollering lineage reparations. When I say us, ADOS FBA, telling the Democrats, you ain't giving us no George Floyd bill, which that was wrong. Anyway, that's the wrong person to even put that out there, but you're not giving us no hate crime bill. You know, when the FBI showed you in statistics that most hate crimes are committed against my people every year, all the time, but we get no hate crime bill. The George Floyd, the police bill, which, like I said, you don't need to defund the police. You just need to revamp them some guns. That George Floyd bill, you looked at it and you're still looking at it and you leave it alone. We ain't get that. And we ain't getting reparations on the federal level. So a lot of us are saying we either ain't voting Democrat. Well, we just ain't voting Democrat or just not voting at all. But we're not voting Democrat. We might vote Republican, independent, write-in ballot, but we ain't voting Democrat because y'all ain't doing nothing for us, ain't did nothing for us, and continue to just, live off of fear. Well, we done with that, right? We are done with that. So y'all thought that, well, we'll just bring the Hispanics over, get that vote. Because remember, Biden told us that we were going to have to work with the Hispanics because eventually they're going to pretty much run things. Well, guess what, Biden and your Democratic flunkies? These Hispanics and Latino voters are saying they ain't got time for you. They don't want to deal with what you're talking about because your promises are being broken. Now, interesting enough, and there's an article out that I may do a video about here soon, is you got migrants from Venezuela going back to Venezuela. So they came here, they did not sign up for these tent cities and sleeping out in the cold with their family. This ain't what they signed up for. And so they want to go back home, which I can understand. That's anybody though. If you leave home and the place is just not what you thought, that dream life is not there, most people gonna go back to the house. They want to. They'll rather deal with them problems because those problems they understand. These problems that y'all say it wasn't gonna be, y'all say it's gonna be a better life, and if it's not a better life, it's time to go back to the house. And that's just what they doing. So there's another problem. Your future voters, most of them ain't staying. So Democrats got to be shaken in their boots. Quote, there is a lot of frustration and a lot of broken promises, Potter said, adding that inflation, job pay, rent prices, and healthcare are among the biggest concern of voters. Really? We hollered the same thing, and it's like going one ear out the other that we just need to vote Democrat because Republicans ain't gonna give us nothing. Well, even the Hispanics are showing that y'all are not giving us nothing. Inflation, job pay. They said that you got to make at least $17 an hour in this country to be able to afford a 1-bedroom apartment. That's in your lower income neighborhoods. But I know here in Texas, the minimum wage is still $7.50. It's supposed to go up here soon, but right now it's still pretty low. How are you supposed to do that? Rent prices, like say 3 times, they want you to make 3 times rent anywhere. And a lot of these apartments, they want 3 times the rent. That's what I make. And there's no way in the world I would live in them apartment unless, like say, I just absolutely had to. Had no other place to go. Credit jacked up. Ain't got no family to fall back on. No support. If I had to do what I do, but other than that, it wouldn't be long term. And I do what I got to do to get back on my feet, and I'm out of there. And healthcare, healthcare is high as heck, like real high. And shoot, black folks already wasn't going to the doctor, but especially men. You think we finna do it now? Is that high? Another voter, Juan Jose Patino, said that work is the biggest concern for voters in Georgia. Patino also warned that some voters are considering quote unquote deletion, really, and other crimes because of the difficult economic situation. We must be talking about, knocking somebody off for some money because we ain't got no money. Well, Juan Manuel Ferreira Zamora spoke on the concerns of the Latino community. I know Hispanics had like 4 names. When Trump was president, we didn't have high gas prices and food inflation, Zamora said. And this is the truth. Well, he saw that. You heard what your Latino voters said. Again, I'm waiting to see them. And this story is like a couple of days old. I haven't heard not one Democrat say that these Latino voters are too dumb to understand what's going on. They just need to vote Democrat. No, people see they money. You mess with my money, you mess with my livelihood, we got problems. That's across the board. I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern, Russian, African, whatever. You mess with my money, we got a problem. Biden's advisors have defended the president's economic record and attacked former President Donald Trump for economic difficulties. Man ain't even in office no more. Been in office 3 years and y'all still talking. And y'all still blaming him. The Biden-Harris campaign's communication director argued that quote, a brick wall of MAGA extremists has contributed to America struggling financially and working multiple jobs to make ends meet. Like it was said before, the Democrats run the House, the Senate, the presidency, but yet they are the majority, but yet you still talking about the MAGA. Explain that to me. How does that make sense? They're not even the majority. And every time you look up, some other Republican is losing office. So what are you talking about? What are y'all talking about? That's precisely why we need another 4 years. Need another 4 years to continue to finish the job, right? I think it's important too that the president, of course, wants to get all of this done. Why you couldn't do it in the first 4 years? If he's the president, he's running the country. Why you couldn't have it done in the first 4 years? This is why politics, elections don't make sense in this country, which is why a lot of people don't vote. Is because y'all feeding us these wolf tickets and no one's getting anything out of it. Nothing out of it. Because every time you get ready to do something, you blaming somebody. You blaming the other party why it's not done. Hell, when Obama was in office, Democrats ran the whole Congress. We got nothing. But when it came to LGBT stuff, they got it done. It's funny, like I said, the Asian hate crime bill, you got it done with the same people that are in Congress and are in office now. You got it done. So what are you talking about? The reason why this stuff why stuff can't get done now. It said, but we have to be honest about the brick wall of MAGA extremists that we continue to run into when we're trying to get things done for the American people. I be wondering, like, when and how do they decide what to vote on, what they're going to vote on and what the people going to vote on? Because I see stuff like school board funding and, the people had to vote on anything. Well, things had to do with taxes, school, like say a school property tax, school board tax, whatever. The people supposed to vote on that. But then I see things where Congress will vote on things and we got nothing to do with it. Again, that's why I don't like politics like that. Biden campaign official Michelle Tyler. Is that Michael Michelle? I don't know. Told CNN's Victor Blackwell on first of all with Victor Blackwell on Saturday. Biden's political opponents have also criticized his track record on the economy. Representative Dean Phillips of Democrat of Minnesota said that Bidenomics wasn't working and said it represented inflation and high prices. Hell, that's your own people. And another thing I might do a video on is his own people are saying that they want somebody else to run for president come this next year, not him, which I can understand because Biden just don't seem like he's mentally there. That man need to be somewhere sitting up in the old folks' home somewhere or in the rocking chair on somebody's porch, just getting ready for retirement. Retiring, just living his last few years, his golden years out somewhere relaxing. Like I say, his own people want him gone. So, man, come on. Bidenomics is not working. It is actually the opposite. It represents inflation and high prices, he said. CNN's Dana Bash aired a small portion of the interview on Sunday during State of the Union. I respect the president. I want to make it very clear. He's a good man. He saved his country. Okay, he saved his country. I don't see how. The country's going to hell in a handbasket right now. And look like we're about to get into World War III. Got all this money to send to other countries. Ukraine still, Israel. Well, America been sending money to Israel since the beginning of time. But then send some extra money to Israel during this battle with Hamas. You got to know no money for your own people. You cut like funding for mental health facilities You don't need the American people to vote for that, and then they end up on the street. You don't understand why. Phillips continue. I think in 2020, he was probably the only Democrat who could have beaten Donald Trump. I believe so. Now, if the votes went the way everybody think it did, then anybody could have beat Donald Trump because it wasn't done right in the first place. Anyway, I think in 2024, he might be among the only ones that will lose to him. And that's why I'm doing this, Phillips said during the interview with CNN's Casey Hunter in New Hampshire. Biden's communications team did not respond to a request for comment from Fox News Digital. Well, they're not going to do it because they ain't feeling y'all like that. But anywho, Biden, Democrats, y'all are losing Latino votes. Y'all already done lost losing a lot of the black vote. Now you about to lose the Latino vote. And that is not a good thing because you wanted them to be your backbone. And I'm looking at this CNN politics and it says Latino voters are like 50% for Biden and 42% for Trump. That's pretty doggone close. That's pretty doggone close. So y'all gotta do something different. Y'all gotta do something different, gotta do something special, because if not, that man ain't gonna win. Donald Trump could be in prison and would beat Joe Biden in this next election. So Democrats, sure hope y'all got that reparations bill ready because we gonna need it. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. Hey, I got on this Marlon Morales slap cap, satin line slap cap. It's kind of cool out there. You can wear this when you get your workout on. Keep your moisture, keep the heat, keep your head insulated. You know what I'm saying? It's fashionable, not too bulky, fits just right. Heck, if you want to sleep in it, you can sleep in it. Cause like I say, it's satin line. I got it on, finna get ready to call it a night. And saw this story and said, let me go ahead and touch on this before I lay it down. Got a busy weekend. So hopefully I can get some more of these, little stories in the next few days. If not, hey, I'll see you the next time. But if I do, I can see you tomorrow. But anyway, tell me what you think about the story. Leave your comments below, then share it with the world. And with that being said, marlonmorales.com. With that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.